Hey everyone, it's the Ioniq guy. So, I've got more accessories from Best EV Mod. They're just killing it with the accessories for this car. So, today we're going to take a look at some emblems and a really nice padded armrest that really adds some cushion. So a few weeks ago I did do a poll asking for your guys' opinion. Should I go with the matte black emblems or the matte silver emblems? So without further ado, what did I go with? I went with the matte silver. I was really torn. The car obviously has both colors on it. You have matte black and, well, here it's kind of a glossy silver, but down here, lower, you have the matte silver. And I don't know, I thought it was just a better fit with the bright colored trim on the car instead of the matte colored trim. It's personal preference. I think they both look great. I actually do prefer the look of the 4-hole emblem where you can actually still see your paint color from underneath. So I do like that. It definitely sticks out a little bit more than the matte black would. So unfortunately, Best EV Mod was not able to further manufacture the gloss emblems they were designing. They were just having issues with the paint looking uneven and kind of wavy, and they weren't happy with the finished product, so they didn't want to sell it to you guys. So that's not to say that you couldn't paint them yourself. You could get these silver, paint them with gloss paint, and try and get them to level out nicely. You could plasti dip them maybe. I don't know, do they make a gloss plasti dip? But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I installed them. I will say that getting the old version off was very challenging. The adhesive foam tape that they supplied with the original emblem I was using was on there so good. It took me probably 20 minutes to peel the front emblem off and then another 20 minutes to peel the back emblem off. So if you guys are worried about these things coming off, have no fear, they are not coming off. So I struggled and struggled for a while. I was using a heat gun. I was using 91% isopropyl alcohol. And after a while, they finally peeled off. They did snap into about 10 to 15 pieces each. And there was nothing I could do to fight that. It was just on there so good that I was just wailing on it and it just split. So I couldn't save them, unfortunately. So once you do decide to change them, don't plan on going back to the ones that you're trying to take off. So after I got all the residue off, I used isopropyl, just wiped down the surface here, and that was about it. I was ready to apply it. So I peeled the 3M tape off the back of the new emblem, and I just set it in place. And honestly, I'm pretty thrilled with the way it looks. It's a nice fit. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys prefer the matte silver or the matte black, the original version? A lot of you have expressed that you would like Hyundai to go to the new flat kind of matte silver version of their Hyundai logo that's found on the Ioniq 6. I do like the matte silver over the gloss chrome silver that they currently use. So maybe in coming model years they'll decide to make the change to the Ioniq 6 badge. But until then, we've got other options. So I'll have a link to purchase these down in the description of this video. So next up is Best EV Mod's padded armrest cover. And you can see that this material is fairly similar in color to my light gray colored interior. They have the 4-dot Hyundai emblem on top here. So it adds a lot of extra padding to the armrest, which I'm a big fan of. You can see just how nice and cushiony it is on my elbow. My only complaint about it is this seam down the center. It seems like there's a lot of material on the underside of it. So if your arm's in the middle of the armrest, you can definitely feel it. I kind of wish that they left this seam out and just did similar to what Hyundai did, where they just have this outer seam and then one single piece down the center of it. But that's nitpicking really, because most of the time your arm's going to be on one side of the armrest and your passenger will be on the other side. So I can't fault them too much for that, but I do kind of wish it was one single piece. So it might be hard to tell the color difference here, but there is just a slight difference. The armrest cover is just a little bit more yellow than the seat covers and the rest of the interior. As you can see, there is a little bit of waviness to the material here on the side, so that might turn you off to this product, but it doesn't bother me. So in terms of installation, it's pretty simple. So obviously you're going to want it positioned like this, but the first thing you're going to do is open up the armrest, and you're going to slip the back end onto the armrest. And it can be a little tricky to get it in there, but there you go. Just make sure that's on there tightly. And then simply stretch it, pull it up front. Just kind of massage it into place. So things like this armrest are engineered with tight tolerances. So adding something like this is obviously going to impede some of those tolerances. So there are some times when you go to close it, when it might not latch 100%, and you can see when I do press the button open, it doesn't completely pop up now. And that's because you have a lot of extra weight added to the armrest. It was designed not to have this weight on it. And also because in the back here, the material does bind up a little bit. So you just can't do anything about that. You're gonna have to choose. Do you wanna have a little bit more of a padded armrest, or do you prefer to have completely fluid movement of the armrest? And for me, I'm gonna choose the slightly more cushiony armrest. So the armrest cover is also available in black to match your black interior. And this color isn't a perfect match with the rest of the interior, but you can barely even notice it. So I'm perfectly fine with the way it matches and happy to have it. So I'll leave a link in the description to purchase these from their Amazon store. So if you guys want a more in-depth instructional video on how I installed my original Best EV Mod emblems, check out the video above. And as always, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.